Wait, what was that? Can you see how much I love Marvel? Can you see your eyes? And can you see how much I love Marvel? You and I, you and I, through the night, through the night. That was You and I by Seventh Joy Boy, Marvel. Oh yeah, it's definitely picking up Ross Jackson's voice. For sure it was. But I ain't gonna lie, Ross, that was a bad first impression for Spencer Rattler to us in the preseason. Tyler Shaw's first impression, pick six, answered back to a touchdown. This is honestly a guy could have just crumbled after the pick six, but he didn't. He just went there and just said, "Bet I want to get that back," and he got that back. I think a lot of people can say like, I take a liking to that. I take a liking to that. As long as you made a mistake, you correct the mistake. Okay. With Spencer, I don't know. It probably wasn't all his fault, but it was some of the throws that he made were his fault. He was going to throw a pick six himself, and that was behind. I don't know what wide receiver that was, but he threw. I think it was Pettis, number 17. He threw a bullet, like a bullet. I'm like, holy crap! That junk came out so freaking fast that the wide receiver just wide receiver went to like cut and the jump went right behind him. And the defender was right there, could have picked it off. Threw the ball so hard he couldn't even catch that. I was like, God, no. He threw. I said that's a bullet, bro. he could throw a hard bullet pass and make it come out like a pretty spiral, man. But damn, calm down. That's all Spencer Rattler got to do. Like, bro, calm down. That he had almost a false start. He had one of the coaches coming to him like, "Are you all right? You okay? You good? I'm okay. I'm just wondering because it was so not. It was it was unbecoming because what they probably saw during training camp, they like, oh, for sure, he is the guy. But when he performed out there, it was like he was nervous. He Spencer Rattler just has to calm down, bro. Like the starting job could have really been yours that day, or you would solidified yourself more to be the guy for the team. But Tyler Shaw took the opportunity and he's just like, look, I'm coming in here guns blazing. And he showed that. He did. He threw a pick six. Spencer Rattler didn't throw a pick six, but yet he had the easiest way to get a touchdown off a muff punt, and they could not execute within the red zone. That was troubling. And with Tyler Shuck, I mean, it was just bad, bad, bad. Great defensive play. Probably the ball probably should have been higher. Okay, whatever. Pick six. Still a pick six. But answering with a 55-yard touchdown, people forget all about the pick six. Bruh, people forgot all about the pick six. Telling you. They're like, oh, he threw a pick six, 55-yard touchdown. That ball looked beautiful. I'm like, that's a Spencer Rattler ball right there, bro. But Spencer Rattler and how the way he throws, it is. I've never seen a better thrower of the ball. Well, Drew Brees, but I mean, how the way the ball always comes out with a tight spiral, like it is mechanically perfect. I see that with Spencer Rattler every time. That's why I was like, if he just calms down and he's not jitterish in his throw, like it in his throws, if he calms down his throws, he'll be good. The guys could catch the ball, but I'm like, this dude is throwing missiles, nuclear warheads out his hands, and they're blowing up in the receivers and the god doggone defenders' hands. They're like, what the freak is going on out here? This man is throwing almost a 99 ball. That the last one that I saw, gotta went for 90. Because that wide receiver turned all the way around, like, holy shit, past his hands. Defender was like, oh shit. And he was like, boom, it blew up on him. The other defender was probably like, when Tyler Shaw threw the pick six, he was like, thank you for not throwing that ball hard. Because, God, Spencer Rattler throwing freaking missiles. Like, dang, bro. The ball got a jet engine to it. It got a jet on the back of the freaking ball. Spencer Rattler letting it go with his hands. That's crazy, man. He got a crazy fastball, but still, you can't keep throwing the ball like that. That was the problem that he was having in the regular season. And there's just like, you're just throwing the ball a little bit too hard. You're making some good reads. Some of the reads are bad, but we could fix that. But you're throwing the ball way too hard. You get excited too much. Like, he sees a hole. He saw, like, I'm just going back to that one play where he did through to Dante Pettis. He saw that hole and he threw it so hard, but he wanted Pettis to sit there. That's why he threw it there, but Pettis kept going to get behind. I think it was the linebacker that was underneath. So he was going further up to get behind the linebacker, probably get more depth. But Spencer Rattler wanted him to sit in that hole where the corner was sitting above, and the linebacker was probably sitting further to the left. But Pettis didn't sit; he kept going. That way, that's why the ball was thrown right behind him. But how the way he threw that ball and how fast he threw that ball, even if that wide receiver sat, he probably wouldn't have caught that ball. That was wild. Actually, I go for it. But that was wild. That was wild. And still, I worry for Isaiah Foskey because the reason why Trey Lance got that touchdown is because he's running too much of a high arc. Like, he's not running. He's runs into his lineman, like he's going to do a bull rush, and then he tries to run around them. But you really are just like, the linemen got their hands on you. He's not strong enough to do hand fighting with these linemen, apparently, or with that lineman, I guess. And he just glide with the lineman. He just floated with the guy. And I'm like, well, what else are you gonna do? Like, you gonna go to the inside? I see him trying to fight on the inside. He's really hand fighting the guy hand off his collar to go back inside to attack. Damn it. Hold on. I want to be in people's ears like that. To go in the inside, he's like using his left hand to slap one of the offensive linemen's tackles hands off of his collar, and he's having a hard time. He's having a real hard time doing it. Then he finally breaks free, and then all of a sudden he gets to the spot he wants to go, but the freaking quarterback is already gone, or he threw the ball or whatnot. It just looked bad. It looked like he just, every time he went to the offensive line, he tries to go around them instead of trying to go right through them. Like, how the way he makes his edges is too wide. He just shortens it up and has the angle, then try to go around instead of trying to go in, then all the way around. It wasn't working. He was doing that for the whole entire time. That's why those three it was three big run plays, and that was a big run touchdown that he opened up. One wasn't just him, like him and the tackle was the same thing.
Weapons free, people. Make them hate us.
Oh my god.
Control.
Oh, man. We got action. Oh, people got the new gun. That 3-round burst. Oh my god, that was such a bad throw. That was such a bad throw. That was such a bad throw. Got him. Got him. Got that payback easy. This gun just keeps jumping, though.